Hello, I'm Mr. Curtis and this is Bruce. Welcome back. Today, with observational drawing, we're going to be doing a, thank you Bruce, a sketch today. So, we're not a blind contour drawing, not doing shading exercises today. We're going to be actually looking at something in real life and attempting to draw it exactly the way we see it, doing an actual sketch. So, that's right Bruce, a sketch. So you might have noticed that the mirror is back. And so that means that we are going to be once again looking at our faces and drawing our face, because a face, your face, is a great model to use when you're doing observational drawing, because it's something that you look at every day and it's got quite a bit of detail on it. And we've already got a little bit of muscle memory from drawing your face when we did the blind contour drawing, so it's going to be a good model to use. So find your mirror, pencil, just a regular HB pencil is fine, a school pencil, and a piece of paper. Any kind of paper will do. Let's get started. Hey Bruce, what do you think? Okay, I'm gonna let you down and then we'll go. Okay, off goes Bruce to his drawing station. We'll see how he's doing later. All right. You might find yourself at the beginning hesitating, not knowing where to start, and being faced with this blank page and the task before you. But the best thing to do is to relax and just start making lines. Remember, it's just an exercise, so we're not looking for a perfect drawing by the end of this, and the point is to just try. So as long as you're trying, you're doing it right. Now don't forget that you did a blind contour drawing of your face just 2 weeks ago, and remember that feeling. So make sure that your focus is on the mirror and not so much on your drawing. So of course you want to look at your drawing every once in a while to see where you are and to make sure that things are in the right place. But don't forget to look at your face too. If you look at my eyes, I'm always looking at the mirror because that's the face that I want to draw. I'm trying to draw the face that I see in the mirror. That's observational drawing. I want to do a sketch of that face and not the face that I know from memory, because all of us have seen ourselves in the mirror and we have an impression of what we look like, and so we don't want to rely on that. We want to draw what we see in the mirror right now. So make sure that you're relaxed and that your body is relaxed and you're sitting comfortably. You're sitting upright in your chair. Make sure that you're not leaning over too much, and that you're holding that pencil not too closely to the tip of the pencil. Back it up a little bit and hold it more in the middle of the pencil. Give your drawing some space. Put some space between yourself and the drawing, because that allows you to see the whole picture at once, because you're trying to capture your whole face, not just a part. So when you're drawing the face, it's important to just try to get the impression of each part of the face first before you move on to the next one. So don't spend all your time just working and making sure that one eye looks perfect before moving on to the nose or that sort of thing. Keep it loose, keep your lines nice and loose, and just relax. So when I do a sketch, I make lots of little lines. So you can see that I'm making lots of little lines here, and I'm not using an eraser, so try not to use an eraser. If you don't like where one line is going, just make another one and leave that other one still there. Because remember, it's just an exercise, and if we take too much time to go back to the eraser and you're erasing things, then you're getting a little too perfectionist about it, and you want to just try to relax and enjoy the experience. Their lines are going to look sketchy because what we're doing is a sketch. Here's another trick. When you're looking at trying to draw something in real life, try to, in your imagination, break it down into shapes. So instead of thinking about your face as being a face and having an eye and nose and lips and that sort of thing, try to just look at those things as shapes and look at it totally objectively. That's a big word, but it basically means look at your face that you're looking at as an object and try not to think of it as a face. So it's a little bit of a mind trick, and you need to use your imagination. You actually have to have a good imagination to be able to draw really well from real life in a funny way. Did you know that almost every artist makes a portrait of themselves at one time or another in their career? Let's take a break and have a look at some of these. This is called Mona Lisa. You've probably seen this painting before. It's a portrait of a woman known as Mona Lisa. We don't know exactly who she is. She was painted by Leonardo da Vinci. And this is his sketch of himself. That's what he looked like as an old man. Now, this is interesting. Some people think that actually Leonardo da Vinci used his own face as a reference for the Mona Lisa. I don't know. What do you think? Do they look similar? This painting is called Starry Night. You might have seen this one too. This is by a Dutch artist named Vincent van Gogh. And this is his self-portrait drawing with some details. This is a guy who did a lot of self-portrait paintings throughout his career. This is one of his most famous ones that you might have seen before. This is a painting by Canadian painter Emily Carr called Machosen, which is a place in British Columbia. And this is her self-portrait. And just like her paintings, you can see how her brush strokes, like Vincent van Gogh's, kind of swirl and dance. And you can see that character of brushwork in her painting and in her self-portrait. This painting is by Canadian painter Lauren Harris. It's called Clouds, Lake Superior. And what Lauren Harris does is he doesn't like to show his brush strokes at all. He just smooths everything out, and look at his self-portrait painting. Very smooth, and even his hair looks a bit like a cloud, doesn't it? This is a print called Arctic Madonna, and it's by an artist named Pitalusi Saila. Pitalusi Saila is a Canadian artist from way up north. She's Inuit, and this is her self-portrait. And I like this self-portrait because she didn't only make a portrait of herself, but she used her imagination to change it and make it more meaningful for her. So she made herself as a young woman with tattoos on her face, and then she also made this frame around herself that looks like an ulu, which is a traditional knife used by Inuit women in the preparation of food. Let's get back to the sketch here. Now I've got all the line work done, and I'm looking at the dark areas and light areas and starting to fill those in a little bit. This tool that I'm getting here is in a type of eraser. It's just got a small tip, and I'm erasing some areas here because it got a little too dark, so I'm bringing back some lightness in that area. Now that I've got all the line work done and I'm working on the lights and darks, then you can start bringing in an eraser and making things look the way that you see them as far as the values go, the darks and the lights. Don't forget, you can also use your blending stub to smooth out those lines. It's up to you to decide when the sketch is done. All the line work is done, all the shapes are drawn out, and it looks like a face. You've got the darks and lights represented. You can keep going in and adding and darkening things and finalizing your lines, but as far as I'm concerned, this looks finished to me. Doesn't look exactly like me. It's got a little bit of a stern expression. Most self-portraits do, because you're concentrating very hard when you're looking at yourself and trying to draw this. So your self-portrait might look a little bit like that too. There we go. We did it. A sketch, observational drawing. We did an observational sketch. You've captured your face using your pencil and your blending stub if you made one. And how do you feel about it? Were you encouraged by your progress? Were you discouraged? Remember, sketching takes a long time to get really good at and feel good about too. So just keep at it and keep trying. All right, speaking of trying, let's go check in with Bruce. How's it going, Bruce? Wow, look what you've done here. Look at this. Bruce used his observational drawing skills, mixed it with creativity, made himself look just like Bruce Leonardo da Vinci. Wow. So till next time, keep thinking creatively and be kind to yourself. Good job, Bruce.